Shows Taught Me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.
Are you ready to slay another day? So are we. Welcome back to Shit 90 Shows Taught Me. I'm Jess Sterling here with my co-host, Sarah Humphrey. Sarah, how are you?
Jess, I am ready to get high off the magics. As much magics as I can have to feel elated and out of this world, the better. I want to be floating on the top of the ceiling based on how much magics I've consumed.
Yeah, you want your pupils to be fully dilated.
100% dilated from the magics. Dark magics, light magics, party tricks,
all the racket magics.
Wreck-It Ralph magics.
I literally kept thinking they were going to call him Wreck-It Ralph. I think it's Rack. But like Ralph? This episode is called Wrecked, so yeah. I don't know why we didn't just name him Wreck.
Wreck-It Rack.
Wreck-It Rack. Sure. Listen, I just want to warn people. If you thought I hated Willow prior to this episode, who baby, we have reached a new level of loathing. I'm excited to get into all of it. I'm excited to talk about kind of the Buffy and Spike fallout. We're talking about Wrecked, obviously. But I don't know why I want to start here, but we need to talk about what the fuck happened to Anya's hair. Ooh. Like, what is going on? Who allowed her to go platinum blonde? I don't appreciate this. No. It feels like a slap in our face, Sarah. What is happening?
No, it's very unfortunate, and I'm glad that you brought this up because this is critical to our coverage of this show.
What other Buffy podcast out there is focusing so deeply on Anya's hair?
I don't think I would hope nobody else. Now, the thing is that Emma Caulfield is so pretty, so pretty. I believe that Emma Caulfield, and I'm sorry to say this, as a girl that's been blonde her entire life, I think she looks better with brown hair. When we first met her, I thought that she looked so good. Now, from my knowledge, I think she's still a blonde. So
I believe friend of the podcast, Todd the Librarian, had said that she is currently blonde.
I don't want to offend her, but I believe in my heart of hearts that the best I've seen her is with her original brown hair. I don't know if it's because like I knew her and that's how I met her or what it is. But I loved her brown hair. However, the darker blonde hair was okay. It was fine. I don't like this. And I think the issue is the root situation. This is very much like 90s, early 2000s. You cannot have a root. It is forbidden to have a root. If you do, you're disgusting. Have you ever read or seen the movie The Housemaid?
No, that's new, isn't it?
The movie's new, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. Yeah. No, I have not seen this. I have not read the book. I've heard decent things about the book. I know nothing about if the movie was well received.
There was like a whole thing about like the hair roots. That's why I bring it up. I don't want to like spoil anything, so I'll skip it.
That's wild. Yeah. There's a point in the movie.
Now, I have not gotten my hair done in 9 months, and my roots are showing, and it is unfortunate. However, I do balayage, so I think that's what Emma Caulfield needs. I think that she's going to go lighter. She needs a darker root / balayage. Jess, what was your, as the non-blonde, what was your perspective about this situation?
Yeah, I think it's too cool toned for her. I think it's too light. I think, again, like you said, she's beautiful. She could pull off almost anything. It just was very stark. And I was like, this is too much. Like it's too unnatural looking, I think. Like in a way, because I'm not saying like go funky. You know, you want to dye your hair purple, blue, green, whatever, like do it. But like this was like I'm gonna dye my hair platinum blonde, but I want it to look like it's normal, but it like definitely doesn't look normal.
Can I also offer you an issue besides the color?
Please.
This is a classic. I'm going to curl my hair, but not brush out the curls. And once again,
it's too structured of a curl for you.
We didn't do this in the early 2000s. Like we didn't brush out the curls because you spend all that time you have curly hair, so this is
You don't want to brush out my curls, trust me. And my hair will reach Jesus up in the sky. Like,
Okay, so,
absolutely not.
Straight haired girls, or like I have some natural texture to my hair, but I have straight hair. I don't have curly hair like you do. But so when I curl my hair, so it doesn't look so piecey, because like you can count the curl chunks in Anya's hair. I brush it out so that it looks more unified and it looks better that way. But we didn't do that.
At the very least, you could finger comb them.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
she looks like she went in with a curling iron, probably not a curling wand, because I don't think those existed then.
Yeah.
And curled the ever loving shit out of it. And here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I feel like because it looks damaged because how platinum she went.
And how
So
much
it's like dry and like, ugh. I just hate it, and I feel bad hating it. But it was like, it like really was like a smack in the face when she came on screen. I was like, oh my God, what is happening?
It's an issue. I mean, when I was in high school and in my like late teens, early 20s, I mean, it's such a bad term now, but the outdated term from the 2000s was blonderexia. And it was
I've never heard that before.
really,
So what does this mean? Does that mean you're going too blonde?
it's like you can't be blonde enough. Like you
You're just going, you're blonde. You keep dyeing you keep bleaching and
exactly.
bleaching and
So, like,
bleaching.
you bleach
Okay.
it and you're like, oh, but I want to be blonder. And then you dye it blonder, and then you're like, oh, I want to be blonder. And I fear like this is Anya's ailment, is that she has a case of, and once again, it's not politically correct, it's very rude, but an old case of quote unquote blonderexia, when
She needs to put the bleach down.
Yeah.
Just set the bottle down, girly pop. It's okay.
she can't stop. And I had this
Yeah.
problem too. So I understand. Like, I get it. Like, I could not be, it's like when you can't put down the sun in and you can't put down the bleach, it's a big problem. I get it. I really do. So I hope that whatever blonde she is now, it's better suited for her. I so want to Google, but I'm not going to do it.
No, we shouldn't Google, but I agree. I think it's too platinum. I think she looks better with more of like a honey warmer tone
Yeah.
to it. And obviously I think she looked really good when we first met her as a brunette, but
I think I would do like a blonde on her. If she wants to be light and doesn't want to be dark, then I would do like a blonde brown. Like that's kind of, I'm actually like considering that for post birth, is like going back closer to my root and like putting highlights, but I also don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I saw someone the other day, not to get sidetracked immediately, but
Yeah, all of our boys listen.
who cares? They're listening to two women podcasts. This is what you deal with sometimes.
You don't have to yell at them. Don't take your anger
I'm so
out
sorry.
on
I'm so
Willow
sorry.
on the boys.
I'm so mad at Willow. No, I a YouTuber I follow the other day, she got her hair done and it was so freaking cute. And here's the thing, I can't do color in my hair because I'm a lazy pants, okay? Like, I get my hair cut once every 6 to 8 months, if that. Last time I went a full year, didn't even mean to. I can't keep up with the maintenance. I'm not that girl. But she got these, like, I don't even know what to call it, but it was like a pinkish sort of hue is maybe how I would phrase it. Like, I don't know if they were like undertones, overtones, whatever the wording is for it. But like, basically, so when she's in the sun, there's like this subtle, like rosy hue to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is gorgeous. It just looked fun. And I was so envious. But again, I'm lazy.
Color?
Her base color is like a light brown, kind of like mine, but maybe a little lighter, actually. Probably lighter than my hair.
Yeah. I was going to say, your hair is kind of dark. So,
yeah, it's also winter and I don't see the sun. Anyway.
Did you decide if you were a winter? Did you ever like figure that out?
I think you said I was a winter, but I don't know that I ever landed on anything.
Being a winter is like apparently pretty rare. So even if I call you a winter, you might not be. It might be a lie. I don't know.
Interesting. I will say I went to the dermatologist today. He didn't. I should have asked him. I suppose I should have asked, "What am I?"
Yeah.
Maybe he would know. But he did comment on the very slight rosacea that I have on my cheeks that I've had for my entire life.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, do you normally?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've always had that. It's not gotten worse or better. It's just like my cheeks are always red. My mom always said I never needed blush. It's just naturally there, baby." But
I have
anyway,
rosacea too, and my dermatologist gave me a prescription for it. And the thing is that the prescription is a cream that you put on, and it doesn't go away; it just masks it.
oh, so
And
she gave you foundation.
essentially, she gave me like a cream.
Here's foundation to cover up your red cheeks, bitch.
It's a medication, and it like goes away, but it's only
Interesting.
supposed to be temporary. The effects, it doesn't like permanently solve it. So I'm
Then
like,
who gives a fuck? Like, true. Like,
well, I know,
I
but
don't care if I have rosacea. Like, what does it matter?
because that's the other thing, because you can, if you're trying to get rid of the redness, then just get a green based concealer
Yeah.
and then even it out. I think the
Classic
issue,
ninth grade art class.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also think, like, I don't know if you have this with your rosacea. I think it's the rosacea, not the psoriasis. I have a whole shit of shit. Like, you can also get little pimpies in like the corners of your nose.
No, he mentioned that as like a possible thing, but I don't get
Yeah,
that.
I have that. Like, that's what I get, especially in the summer when I get hot. Like, I get a lot
Hmm.
of pimpies in the side of my nose, and I think like the cream could help that.
Okay.
But
He
on my
did mention some, I forget the term for it, something on my arms, like slight little bumpies.
eczema,
No, not eczema, because I know that
like
word.
chicken scratch, chicken skin.
I don't know what he called it. Either way, it doesn't matter. I have a clean bill of health, baby. I'm all set. But anyway, not that anyone else cares in the entire world, but there's your update on that.
Yeah,
Anya's hair is a tragedy.
yeah. And honestly, here's a tragedy, and so is my raging psoriasis. So
Lovely.
yeah,
Okay, where do we want to begin? Because obviously we'll have to talk about the Willow of it all
yeah.
and the Dawn and Willow excursion. Maybe we should start with just the remainder of the Scoobies because they have a tiny
I
part in
agree.
this episode.
Make well the remainder of the Scoobies. Then we'll go to Buffy and Spike and make everybody wait for the Willow stuff so that
Good.
they
They'll
have
stick
to listen
around.
longer to our
Yeah, give us those downloads, baby. So I love this. Okay, so they're trying to research because they still haven't figured out the loser trio that is happening.
Yeah.
And so they're quote unquote researching. And by researching, I mean Xander is kind of sort of researching and Anya's wedding planning.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm obsessed with this for her because Sarah, I don't know about you, but back in our day when we were like teen girlies,
Yeah.
you got like wedding magazines. Like that was how you like planned things. Like probably not now. Like there's probably apps for all of this shit. But like there were wedding books and wedding magazines. And it just like it like tickled me a little bit just to see someone like hiding a magazine behind a book, you know?
Yeah. Well, so I was very influenced by Monica Geller's wedding binder.
Yes.
And around the age that like Anya is, I was in a relationship, and I was like, we were not engaged. We weren't even close to that, obviously. But I was like, I want to make a wedding binder. And I made like a full wedding binder. I definitely took pictures from like Pinterest, if that was a thing by then. If
Yeah.
not Tumblr, I probably took pictures from Tumblr, honestly. And I got wedding magazines and I was like cutting stuff out. I wish that I had access to that wedding binder after my first breakup with that man. I threw it out, but it would have been so embarrassing to see what I was into. And the year, if we want to put it on a calendar or a timeline, was 2011, 2012,
Okay.
maybe 2010. So the chewiest shit, the most
Yeah.
horrible chevron, probably like
Yes.
turquoise and orange. Like
I was
bullshit.
just gonna say turquoise was like the thing.
Yeah.
Everyone has side bangs.
Yeah.
Like,
Most
yeah.
ugly shit. Like I'm not positive. I don't remember exactly what I chose back in that wedding binder, but it's just such a like once again, so influenced by Monica Geller's like wedding binder.
Mhm.
And I loved that shit. And just I don't know if I was always the girl that daydreamed about her wedding, but I definitely, when it came to me actually getting married, I didn't have a big wedding. You didn't either, for different reasons because of COVID. But I definitely have like a particular vision, and when I'm planning a party, I always have like particular visions, and oftentimes I get very frustrated if I can't achieve it. So I love for Anya, aside from Anya's hate of bunnies, she and I are usually on the same page about a
Mhm.
lot of things. And wedding planning is one. And I would totally be in the situation of like, yeah, like you do whatever. I'm going to be wedding planning right now. Thank you.
Yeah, she says one of my favorite quips from this scene is Martha Stewart isn't a demon, she's a witch.
Hmm.
Like obviously.
Facts.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I can't decide whether to put my bridesmaids in cocktail dresses or the traditional burlap with blood larva.
Ooh, yeah. And she's like, hey, I want to do part of something, a part of my culture as well. Like, I want to, have a little bit of me in this.
Yeah.
So I love that too. It's kind of like such like a funny, quirky throwaway line of like, oh, this was Anya's demon culture, and she wants to bring this in.
Yeah. In this interaction with Anya, Xander, and Buffy working, this is at the point where Willow is sleeping because she had an all-nighter, and Buffy is defending Willow quite a lot to Xander and Anya, who are basically saying she's definitely going overboard with this magic thing. It's why her and Tara broke up. Like, it doesn't seem like Willow is in the best place right now. Now, Buffy defends her. It very much seems like they are hitting us over the head with the Buffy feels so guilty and shameful about what's going on with Spike that she is like, people make mistakes. It's fine. They're really going overboard on this. She says like, oh, what if she crossed a line? We all do stuff, stupid stuff, then we learn and we don't do it again. So who are we to get all judgy? I felt like it was a little heavy-handed. Like, there's a lot that was heavy-handed about this episode. This is one of them where we'll obviously see Buffy and Willow talk later in the like at the very, very end of the episode about everything. But it's just like, girl, like this just is so different. Like you
Mhm.
having sex with Spike and Willow going way too far into magic, like do not feel related.
I mean, I think there's like a couple things happening here. I think she's displaying her trust in Willow, and it's an interesting comparison from the beginning of the episode to the end when Willow puts her sister in jeopardy and the trust is lost. However, she's trying to be a good friend. She, like I said, trusts Willow. She is taking Willow's side in the breakup. She is doing everything that I think a friend would do. And also, she's not realizing, like Anya and Xander is, that there is a problem yet. And I don't necessarily blame Buffy for that because, once again, I think Buffy is sometimes a little self-centered, because I think like when she has the energy to care about something, she takes the opportunity to actually be selfish for once, which is great. But I don't really think that she has the capacity to pay attention to what her friends are doing a lot of the times.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on here. And I guess where I land is like with Tara moving out and Buffy knowing about the breakup and knowing vaguely that it has something to do with Willow using magic. Um and obviously Buffy has a lot going on, so I'm not trying to judge her or say she should or shouldn't be doing X, Y, and Z, right? But your younger sibling who you are responsible for is living with you, and the only other person in this house is Willow. And
Mhm.
so like Willow's mental state, Willow's like stability should be something that is like very important to you, not just because Willow is your best friend, but also because she's helping you take care of your younger sister. And like on a night where you're fucking Spike and not paying attention to what time it is, you are thinking Willow is going to be home with your sister. And this is not in the day and age of cell phones where you could be like, hey girl, sorry, got hung up. Are you cool to watch Dawn tonight? You know, like it just feels like Buffy is losing a grip on things. And
Yes.
at the same time, Willow is losing a grip on things. So it's really just unfortunate timing that like the only person seemingly picking up the pieces is Tara in this situation.
Yeah.
And it's not her responsibility. Like she's not responsible for Dawn. So I guess I just wish that like Buffy was taking Xander and Anya's judginess, for lack of a better term, more to heart because it so deeply impacts Dawn. And I don't think, listen, after what happened this episode, I do not think Buffy is like going to be
No.
taking that for granted ever again
No.
with what happens, but it is unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it just comes down to she has a lot of trust in Willow. Willow is her oldest friend of the bunch besides Xander, but we both know that like Willow is her best friend. I think that sometimes you have like a blind spot for your best friend and it's your natural instincts to defend them from other people when they say something. And I think that once trust is lost, especially for Buffy, you're fucked. However, she still brought Willow back into her house and listened to her cry at the end. And I'm so curious about how she reads this whole situation because like Buffy's not an idiot. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's so interesting because is the trust lost? Does she believe Willow that she's actually going to stop using magic? I don't.
Right.
I personally don't. I think that
well, because she's lied so many times about this now. And like not that Buffy necessarily knows that, right? Like she seemingly doesn't know all of the like fallout from the Tara breakup.
This is the thing. Like, and like, well, I mean, it's so juicy. I want to get into it, but we can't because we want people to stay. But but I think that Buffy is in the position of doesn't see the full picture, and she is in the prime spot to believe what Willow is going to spew to her, and she's going to believe her that she's going to stop. It's an addiction thing, right? So, or this is what we're kind of classifying this as. So Buffy's in the position of like the friend that is like, I believe you, you're going to get clean. Don't worry about it. And then flash forward a year where she gets duped like 6 times by the friend over and over and over again. And is finally like, man, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't believe you anymore.
Yeah.
And I think like that's kind of where Buffy is. Maybe. I mean, I'm not quite sure because I don't believe that Willow is going to stop using magic. We'll talk about that in a bit. But yeah.
I do think it's interesting that Xander and Anya are like clocking this.
Yeah, because I think Xander, like Spike has such a good third party perspective on these people, especially somehow Willow. I don't even understand why or how, but he brought this to Xander's attention. And I think that Xander is able to see it. And I don't know if it's just because like Xander has like a job now and he's not in school and he's like engaged. Him and Anya are feeling more and more like the adults in the group. And they're kind of like that friend that in your friend group, there's like this like old married couple that is like, oh yes, these silly little fools, like you just have to let them play it out. Like they're gonna do their silly little things. And you know what I mean? Like they're like an old couple that like looks at the friend group and is like, oh, these people are just gonna make their silly little mistakes. Like
I think they also have just the least amount going on. Like their wedding planning, don't get me wrong, like they have a lot going on, but it's like Buffy came back from the dead and is dealing with all the Spike stuff and is now trying to take care of Dawn. Like she's slaying. Like there's a lot happening in her life, whereas I think Xander and Anya don't have all that
Yeah.
extra bullshit.
Yeah.
So they're able to kind of see what's going on more
And you tell
clearly.
me, like, okay, this is like so bad, but like as a person in a married couple, how much do you talk about other couples or your friends and be like, yeah, like this is going on and like they don't see it yet and like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
how much do you,
interesting. I
like
do know what you
gossip
mean.
about like your friends.
I definitely would say, like, yeah, I mean, obviously I gossip with my own husband. He's a Libra, like, duh. Like, we gossip,
Yeah,
but he loves gossip. But
yeah.
I don't think there really haven't been many instances of us being like, this couple's not gonna work out and they just don't know it yet. Like, thankfully, I don't have that situation like a lot in a lot of my friendships, but like we've definitely come away from parties, interactions with people and been like, now it's time to shit talk, like obviously.
It's like the bedtime talk, right? You're
It's
like,
the best. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, you know, um like this person's like going through something and like I just like, yeah, I Adam and I do the thing. It's not necessarily shit talk, but it's just like it's like on the drive home, you're right, or in bed, you like think about this stuff and you talk about it with your partner, and it's kind of like, I bet they're doing this. Like I bet like they go home and they're like, yeah, they like are analyzing stuff. It's just like kind of like stuff that you
Mhm.
do when you're in a relationship and
No,
you're
it's
married.
true. It is. So yeah, that's pretty much all they have going on. They still haven't figured out what the deal is with the trio of losers, the loser trio. Um, let's talk about Buffy and
Mhm.
Spike because we
Yeah.
pick up with them immediately after, like the morning after they have sex.
Scratches
Um,
everywhere. Everybody has scratches.
everyone is banged the fuck up. And
They did it like 4 times, they said.
here's the thing. And I hate to be this person. Buffy's starting to get on my nerves. Like she really is. And
Uh-huh.
the problem that I'm having is that I can't, and I think this is more of like I'm not into this sort of like trope thing where if you're going to hate Spike, hate Spike. If you're going to love him and want to fuck him, do that. You can't have both things. Like it frustrates me when she just like smacks him and insults him and calls him convenient. And
Mhm.
then 10 minutes later shows up on his doorstep needing his help. Like
Yeah.
it's starting to get annoying to me. And I can't blame Spike for basically being like, listen, I'm dirt, but you're the one who wants to roll around in it. Like, we've had sex now, which means that basically, like, she doesn't have the upper hand anymore. Like,
Mhm.
he was like the groveling Scorpio Venus who loves Buffy and just wants to, like, lick her shoes. And now that she's fucked him 4 times, and apparently in a real nasty fucking session, like, they did nasty shit, now she's lost the upper hand to Spike, and I don't blame him for being like saying some of the shit he says to her. I don't know. Where are you at in this situation? Because I know we definitely ended last podcast on different pages with everything.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me feel like if anybody is telling me that this is the OTP, it's like I just can't take you seriously, right?
Mm.
However, like be toxic assholes to each other, and I guess we'll go there. Sure. I mean, I think that it's uh, a fun watch. I just am not buying yet that these two are meant to be together. Like, in what galaxy, right? Like, in what galaxy do couples start off this toxic and then make a full circle moment, or like a maybe not
Mm.
full circle, maybe a 180, a half a circle? That's like the circle amount, and like work out and like become like stable people with one another. I understand the passion element, but like how can anybody be like, yes, this is like the best couple ever? It's like, yeah, like best couple ever. Like once again, Monica and Chandler, one of the best TV couples ever.
Yeah.
In what time and place were those two toxic assholes to each other? That's why even though the show was about Ross and Rachel, Chandler and Monica are the better couple.
Yeah, I think that because like we could do enemies to lovers, that works, right? Like an enemies to lovers story can work.
But then do they go back to enemies every other day?
Well, that's my problem, I think. Like, if we're going to do this, if you're going to have me, if you want me to root for this couple, if you want this to be your OTP, I don't know that they do, by the way, but if they want that, if they want this to be the OTP, then you've got to cut out the bullshit very soon. We cannot do this for much longer because it is ruining the couple for me. Like, it is when we're having like now Spike has the upper hand, so he's back to being a little smarmy, a little like he gets to say like shoot off at the mouth whatever he wants to say. He like holds her panties in her face and basically calls her a slut and all this other stuff. Like it can't go on like this for much longer because I really this goes back to what I said about like the whole Willow situation of like if she's going to be a villain, have her go all in on being a villain and revel in it. Don't half measure it. I feel very similarly about this couple. Like Buffy, if you're going to fuck him, just go fuck him. Like go fuck him and have fun doing it. Don't then be like, I hate myself and I hate Spike and I'll never do it again. But there's Spike and I'm going to make out with him. Like it really gets under my skin. And I think it is. Yes.
Are you being defensive of Spike? Is this what is happening? Or you're just annoyed with Buffy for being wishy-washy?
I'm annoyed with Buffy for being wishy-washy because you know me, like I really can't stand a wishy-washy character. I like people who are decisive and can make a decision. Like pick a lane and go for it. Yeah. And I'm not like I don't really feel bad for Spike. I feel like if he wanted to just be like, I'm out, I'm like that he could just say, I'm not going to help you go find Dawn. He loves Buffy. And so he's willing to kind of take a little bit of her abuse. But now that they've slept together, he's going to throw abuse back at her. And like, that's what it is. I don't like the back and forth. And so I'm going to need her to pick a lane soon because it's ruining the ship for me. Like, go have fucking crazy sex everywhere. Okay. Like, if that's what you want to do, by all means. But there's only so much I can take. And like, is it just me or did you feel like we got like an excessive amount of shirtless Spike this episode? Like there are many times where he is shirtless. They're doing the thing where like we're seeing the side of his like leg butt area. Like
fanfare. That's what it is. It's just fanfare. I'm not.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'm not attracted to this man at all. So like I don't give a shit. But a lot of people are, and I think that they listen to their fans.
Especially because they're on a different network now, right? So like they can be a little bit loosey goosey with stuff. Sure.
I think they listen to their fans. He's a well-recepted character. A lot of people found him attractive, and they're gonna play up for that. Like, and I like the character of Spike a lot, but I don't think he's hot, and I don't want to fuck him, and I don't care to see him shirtless. I just don't. It does nothing for me at all. So but it probably does for a lot of people, and I love that for them. But I can see what you're saying. It is like a little fanfare. I just like, okay, so like there's a difference between like I want to see these two hook up and I want to see these two in a relationship. And like in what galaxy do you see these two going to the evening farmers market buying vegetables together?
I just don't see that for Buffy at all. Like it's not just that I don't see that with Spike. I don't think she's a farmer's market on a Saturday kind of girl. But that's the thing is I think Buffy lives a life of adventure and I can see her doing those things with Spike. I think I could see them having fun. I could see him being extremely loyal to her. He already is. I think they both have issues. Her communication, him, he's pretty abusive towards anybody he's ever been with, not to mention the fact that he doesn't have a soul. But I just think like, again, I don't know what the show wants. I will say out of curiosity, because we've talked about this very recently and it's just been percolating in my mind of like, what are the best television kisses? I had found a YouTube video and I was like, I'm curious to see how many I would agree with, like, on this list, right? So I'm watching the video, and interestingly enough, the pick for Buffy was an angel kiss. It was like the first kiss I think they ever have in her bedroom before he gets like vamp
It was
face.
bad. It was bad. Well, okay, it was a good kiss because we did not realize that he was a vampire. So when they kissed and he turned into a vampire, that was shocking. But I remember, and I don't recall, I can't visualize it at all. I think like he like jumped out of the window afterwards. That
Yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think that I just remember being like, wow, like Sarah Michelle Gellar really can't kiss. Like that is
I
like
do think part of it was like the it factor of like then he's a vampire and the reveal of that, like that was another reason they picked that moment. But it's just interesting, especially knowing that when we had Tom on, we were talking about like, what do people ship? Like who are people's, like if we're looking at Dawson's Creek, right? Which by the way did get Pacey Joey representation on that list, which I was very happy about.
which kiss?
The kiss where he like kisses her for the first time when they're pulled over on the side of the road. Adore that kiss. It's such a good one. But if it's like, if we're talking in those terms, it's like, okay, are people Bangel stands? Are people Spuffy stands? Like, where do people land on like the ultimate ship for them? And like the fact that Angel has been gone for so long and like he's so moody. I never saw it for me as like OTP, you know?
I mean, they're not clearly like they're not specifically because like now they're on two separate shows, separate networks, so they're not OTP. I mean, I can't imagine Buffy ending up with really any of these fools, but um I don't see it either. Like I just like it's but I know like people are obsessed with the bangle of it all, but
Yeah.
we were not. Like I think that I think I tried the first season, and after the Angelus of it all, I was just like, all right, go spin off now. Ta-ta, goodbye. Like
Mm-hmm.
adios. I do think I'm more into the Spike and Buffy relationship than I am the Bangle relationship if I had to choose between the two. But I still don't think that these two are good together. And
Yeah.
I am always just so confused why I'm always being pushed that this is the best couple ever, besides the fact that there's like passion and it's hot. Like, of course, we have a season and a half left. There could be a lot of progress, but and I've said forever, these two are horribly toxic. They have been the whole time. Buffy shouldn't be in a relationship anyway. Spike is such a problem. I do feel bad for him all the time, though. Like you said that you don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for him all the time. I just see him as like a little sad puppy, and it's
Yeah.
a real problem.
I just think like he's had like hundreds of years to like learn, but
he doesn't have a soul. He's kind of a monster.
yeah, it's more so that like I really do think if we're making comparisons, I do think there is something to like Buffy and Angel is Dawson and Joey, and Buffy and Spike is like Pacey and Joey. And it's not perfect. It's not a perfect like matchup, but it's like Bangel is like the OG. It is the one that like people loved when it happened.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, but we noticed the chemistry between these other two people in Buffy and Spike and Dawson or excuse me, Joey and Pacey. Yeah. And like we noticed that. We wanted to interrogate that a bit. They're both like beloved characters, like fan favorite characters. Let's push them together a little bit. Let's see what happens. So I totally understand that. I just think it's a little bit of a misstep. Again, I'm not like that annoyed yet, but the annoyed meter is spiking a bit with Buffy. It's spiking. Haha.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that I don't get bothered by wishy-washiness like you. So I don't think like that's bothering me. I think I'm just feeling very validated of like, oh, these two are your people? Like these
Mhm.
two? Like I've been saying for a while now that they're horribly toxic and it was hard for me to buy
Yeah.
it. And I just feel like yeah, like you're saying to me that they're horribly toxic. I'm like, yes, I've been saying.
Can
Like,
I make another comparison to another television couple who also appeared on this kiss list, by the way?
okay.
And I'm not trying to upset anyone. Okay. Veronica Mars fans, don't be upset with me. Don't hate me. Can
Uh-huh.
you kind of see like a Logan Veronica thing with like Spike and Buffy, like the
Yeah,
toxicity, right?
yeah,
Like
can.
the can't stay away. Obviously, it's a little different. I feel like they set that couple up like very, very, very early on. But
My
yeah.
and my stance on the Logan and Veronica thing at the end of it was they deserve each other, and
Yep.
Veronica is actually kind of worse.
Oh, she
Huh.
turns. Listen, if we're taking like the final season as canon, like she definitely becomes worse than him. But yeah, I do think there is something there. And I think here, listen, the thing is also we are 30-something-year-old women like watching this. We are both married. We both have had like long-term relationships. We're mature people. This probably would hit me differently if I watched it when I was a teen. You know what I
And
mean?
I think like that's what it is. Like a lot of people were watching this when it came out and they were younger than they are now and they have like those nostalgia glasses. It's just like I don't know, like Pacey and Joey, they were never verbally abusive to one another. And that's why they're like clearly a better couple to one another. And like I can actually see them in a relationship. It's not just sex. So
Well, yeah, and one of them's not a vampire and doesn't have a soul, and like there's a lot, where it's a little
who
apples and
who
oranges, but
is
yeah.
the vampire out of those two? I think it's honestly, I don't think it's Pacey. I think it's
No, it's fucking Joey. Joey sucks the life force out of most of us.
yeah. Poor Pacey was just trying to get like through the day half
He's
the
just
time.
trying to live. He's just
Yeah.
trying to get by. Yeah. Okay. Anything else on Buffy and Spike before we talk about kind of the meat and potatoes of the episode with Willow?
I don't think so. I mean, like I think like it shows a lot that like Spike always steps up even after a fight. Like he really does care about the Summers women in general. And I don't really think that there's anything that anybody can do to stop him from keep trying to help. Like he will always step up. And that's saying something. That is saying something.
Yeah.
Um it's not nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I think just something I want to put a pin in that in this argument they have when they're looking for Dawn, he says, now admit it, you've had me by the short hairs. I love you. You know it, but I got my rocks back. You felt something last night. And she says, not love. And he says, not yet, but I'm in your system now. You're going to crave me like I crave blood. And next time you come crawling, if you don't stop being such a bitch, maybe I'll bite you. And then
Ooh,
she says, oh, I want you out of my life, blah, 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 blah.
blah
And he's
blah
like,
blah blah blah.
whatever,
I
whatever,
do
whatever.
think that there is the love. I think she's gonna say I love you to him, like by the end of the season. Like I do.
Okay.
Like when I think that it's gonna happen. Um, but also a lot of toxic people use like I love you as like either a manipulation tactic or a way to keep somebody close to you or um like saying I love you, especially for somebody like she never said it to Riley. It is used as like a way to it's just something that you can use against somebody. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think that she's gonna say I love you back to him. And maybe it'll be sweepingly beautiful and endearing and wonderful, and maybe it won't be. I don't know.
Who's to say? Okay, let's talk about what Willow has going on. Um, she's been partying with Rat Amy. They show back up at the house after like an entire night out, and poor Tara stayed there all night with Dawn, fell asleep on the couch. She wakes up immediately as making Dawn pancakes. Can I just say, Tara is a sweet baby gem.
Oh yeah.
I adore her. I love that we're getting the running bit of like the funny shaped pancakes. Like I just think she is the absolute sweetest, and it tore me up that when Willow and Rat Amy come inside, she doesn't know that's Rat Amy, so she assumes that Willow has just like shacked up with some other girl.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it killed me. And
Did you
then yes, go ahead.
did you notice that her stutter came back?
Yeah,
And I thought like that was a interesting touch as well to
yeah,
bring back the stutter, and because she's like nervous around her. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, okay, so she finds out this is Rat Amy. Okay, great. But then Rat Amy continues to talk about how, like, oh my God, you should have seen Willow last night. Like, she was so impressive. She does magic I can only dream of. And immediately Tara's like, I gotta get out of here. Like, I gotta go. I don't care about my shit. Keep it. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Poor Tara. Like, my heart hurts for her. Like, she is so right in all of this. She's so wise. And it breaks me up that in the process of losing Willow to magic and all this other stuff, like she's also lost the Scoobies, like she's lost her support system, her friends, like they're not checking in on her, you know? Like it really just kills me because I think she's just the sweetest.
Yeah, she is sweet. I do feel bad. I think like she's just like in this really bad situation where she's like half in, half out. They use her as a glorified babysitter. Like I've said this before. Um and but also it's kind of sad because like Dawn doesn't have a lot of people in her life anymore. She very heavily relied on Tara for like comfort and company and like a pseudo family, as well as Willow and Buffy and the rest of Scoobies. Um but to have that taken away from her after her mom was taken away from her and after Buffy was taken away from her for a while, to also have Tara not be as present is another loss. And that's really tough for her. I'm really glad that Tara makes the time to spend time with Dawn. I think that they need each other, but also to be the person that loses the friend group because of a breakup and still getting lingered. Like, does Buffy pay attention to Tara when she's there? Does
Yeah.
anybody else besides Dawn reach out to Tara? Like, Tara's in such a shitty situation, and it is really upsetting. And she's so docile and submissive that she doesn't speak up and say like, "Hey, like you guys were my friends too," you know? I feel so sad for her in that regard. And then to see her in this really awkward situation where Buffy and Dawn were excuse me, Buffy and Willow were somebody was supposed to come back and relieve Tara of her babysitting duties. Um, you know, and if she wasn't there, then nobody would be there for Dawn. And it's like the whole thing is like we have to protect Dawn. She's just a kid, blah blah blah. But then nobody's showing up for her, and they're not checking in. Of course, I don't. I mean, I think that there was text messaging at this place, but at this time, but nobody like checked in on her
Yeah.
between Buffy or Willow. It's not necessarily Willow's responsibility. It is Buffy's responsibility to make sure that somebody is with Dawn, who is a child and a minor. And I mean,
Yeah.
she's not a child. She's 15 years old, but still,
No,
like,
she's a kid. She's still a kid, like
yeah,
who lost her mom, who doesn't have a support system. It also broke my heart for Dawn that like
mhm,
she loves Tara, but like Tara's not her sister. Like Tara leaves and then she wants to hang out with either Willow or Buffy. Both of them are like, "Oh, we're exhausted from like all night shenanigans." And then when she like is home later making the most grotesque fucking dinner I've ever heard of in peanut butter banana quesadillas, like fucking gag me, that like she just wants to hang out with Dawn and so or excuse me, with Willow. And that entire night gets fucked. And it is so upsetting. Like it is so upsetting to me that Dawn finally gets like a one-on-one night with someone. And They don't even get to go to the fucking movies.
Yeah, with Willow. She did have a one-on-one night with Tara the night before, but
sure, right.
yeah. Yeah, I mean it's pretty bonkers. So let's like talk about like the Willow situation a bit, because after she gets home from her, oh no, this was different. Because she did go, when she gets home from her first night getting high on the magics, she's like super hungover from the magics.
Yeah, this is after Amy introduces her to Rack.
Yeah. And I mean, what were your thoughts about her just like breaking down in the shower? Like, how much do you think it has to do with like seeing Tara and her going through that? She's like really upset about the Tara situation. At least that's what she's coming off as.
Well, yeah, this is also the same scene after the showers when she makes the like Tara out of Tara clothes to like cuddle on.
Yeah, she makes one of those like inflatable boyfriends.
Yeah.
Inflatable girlfriends.
Yeah.
She like breaks down in the shower. I think I've said this before. Shower is like number 2 best crying place ever.
Yeah, but I need to ask you a question, because as we've talked about, I'm not really a shower crier. Is this the way to do it? Like, she is waterboarding herself. She is face first in the stream.
I personally don't, but I know a lot of people that do.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, never my favorite thing. Like, if I'm doing that in the shower, it's just because I just put face wash on my face and I need to rinse it off. Otherwise, I'm facing away. I'm not facing the stream.
Me too. I have a deviated septum and I can barely breathe, so I can't be doing this. Like, I really can't.
Maybe Willow doesn't have a deviated septum. So
No, her nostrils are really clear.
I will say, once again, Allison Hannigan, incredible cry actor.
Yeah.
I thought it was really
really
impressive.
She probably just cried in the shower. Like, she probably just
I just like, okay. I think my problem with the storyline, besides me repeatedly saying Willow sucks, I think my problem with this is we have made the jump from like magic is magic to magic is drugs in like a single episode. And we already did the like getting sucked off for Riley as drugs.
Yeah.
Like, we did that as addiction, maybe I should say, more so than drugs. Like, it just felt like we jumped to this so quickly. And listen, I've said, I feel like they've put the breadcrumbs, they've trailed the breadcrumbs, they've laid the seeds of Willow needing power and like wanting more power and wanting to be more like a better witch and all of this, right? They've done all of that work brilliantly. I just don't know why we needed then Rack to come in with his weird drug magic and like string her out. Like, I just felt like we were going way too far down the rabbit hole with this.
I think it's because like we're trying to articulate like what rock bottom would be for her, and rock bottom is and I don't even think it's rock bottom for her. That's the thing. But I think this perceived rock bottom is, what's the worst thing that she could do? Put Dawn in danger, like break Buffy's trust. And I think like the situation with Rack was, okay, so she has to get Dawn in a dangerous situation. Excuse me. In a dangerous situation. And I think that there's a lot of ways to do that with it having to do with magic. But like maybe it could have been a more interesting way would be like, Dawn, I want to train you to be in my coven. I want to teach you things, and getting her into like a really dangerous situation that way. But I think that they chose, it's like a weird move. Like it was very strange for her to go to this like random house that's like hard to find and that moves around, and then basically she like goes on ecstasy and has like an all-night bender, and then comes out of it, is still like high and wonky, and puts her into like a dangerous situation outside. Like they get attacked. I think like the point was we needed one to find out what like a rock bottom could look like, and 2, put Dawn in a dangerous situation. I just I I don't think this is. Do you think that this is Willow's rock bottom?
Um, if it's not, we're getting there. I think the hanging thread, the thing that I could think of that would make it worse is the fact that, like, hey, Rat Amy is still around, and it definitely seems like she is someone who is willing to go to that place with Willow and, like, not drag her down, because I don't want to put this on Rat Amy, but, like, open her up to opportunities where Willow could then go further down to rock bottom.
Absolutely, yeah.
I just, like, it just didn't work for me
That's fair.
completely.
And I agree with you. Like, I think like the story is a little silly. Like, I
It's
think,
ham-fisted. Like, it's
yeah,
so over the top of, like, it's so, like, we could have been so much more subtle with, like, some sort of metaphor of addiction and
yeah.
drugs. Like, we didn't need to be so overt with it.
That was very like 70s. I'm going to go on an acid trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for me, if the goal is to put Dawn or somebody in a place where she is in trouble and it's Willow's fault, I think that there could have been more creative ways to get there, or more refined ways to get there. So I agree with you. I think that I thought the whole thing was like, yeah, like pretty silly. And I am like, oh, Willow, you're so stupid. Like, you're such a stupid asshole. Like, why? Like, I think that Buffy had like the best question. She's just like, I just cannot fathom why you would do this. Like, why would you get high off the magics? And then why would you bring Dawn in on it? Like, what's the point? If you want to do that, do that. But like, you don't have to. Why are you bringing my sister into it? Why are you dragging her to this place and not even including her?
Yeah.
Because it's not like she got to see the action. She had to see.
No, she's left in the fucking waiting room for hours.
Yeah.
And then fucking Willow, in her infinite wisdom, as she's high, is like, oh, maybe I can just magic you home as we're walking down a creepy, dark ass alley. And then she's like, oh, that guy's not even real. Turns out, hey, he is real. She decides again in her infinite wisdom to get behind the wheel of a car, start driving it with magics, and then crash the fucking car. Like, just bad decision after bad decision. And then, like, again, they really make it so over the top with the, like, oh, I can't, please help me, like, I thought I had it under control and then I didn't. It's why Tara left. She says, if you could be, plain old Willow or super Willow, who would you be? I guess you don't have an actually have an option with the whole super thing. Like, again, like, I just feel like the show is really good at being subtle, and it doesn't need to do this in this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really work for me. I felt like I don't want to say like character assassination, because I feel like this isn't like Dawson's Creek where it was like, whose character are they gonna fucking destroy this season? Like, they always had one. A lot of times it was Jen. Because it does feel like we've been barreling towards this. It's more so that I felt like we get it. Like, we didn't need fucking Rack telling her she smells like strawberries, you know?
We have what, like 12 episodes left. I think it's going to get worse. I really, really, really do. I really do.
Ugh,
And I
yeah.
think that this is just like this scene with Willow. I do believe, and I feel like this is the same thing with most people with addiction, especially like this first time of getting like found out. They genuinely believe what they're saying of, it got ahead of me. I didn't mean to do this. I'm like so stupid. I can't stop it. And I do think like the first X amount of times these people with these problems truly believe it. And I give them so much grace for that because I've never experienced that. I don't know what it's like. And I think that nobody wants to be in a bad spot. However, the issue is that once the friend or the parent or whomever gives that I understand, I'm here for you, once they start giving the love, when the people with these quote unquote addiction issues, and I mean, like, I'm saying quote unquote is because like Willow is a Willow addicted to magic. I don't know. It seems a little silly, um but now Willow is like, oh, I can get away with this. This is just like the time when I was in 5th grade and it was the first time that I didn't hand in homework. And I was so upset about it. I felt so bad. And my teacher said, don't worry about it. That clicked something for me that affected me for the rest of my life. Oh, it's okay if I don't do my homework. I was like, fuck homework then. Fuck you, homework. Fuck you, homework. No homework ever. I'm never going to do homework a thing. You give a mouse a cookie. So, like, I think that this is like, oh, Willow gets the, like, it's okay. Like, I believe you. Like, it's a mistake. We can get through this together. Now Willow knows that, oh, I can do this again and again and again. And then that's when the people with the addiction start taking advantage and the manipulation comes because they got away with it once, they got away with it twice, maybe even 3 or 4 times. And that's when the process just keeps repeating. And it's genuine. It's a thing that happens all the time. And I know a lot of people have different thoughts and feelings about it. And I think, like, unless you're on either side of it, it's hard to judge because it's really hard for somebody like me to get sucked into the whole thing and want to give the sympathies and the support. And it's really hard for people not to take advantage of that because they're hurting and they're looking for love and reassurance. So I think that this is what, in my interpretation, is trying to depict. I agree, it's very heavy-handed. And I'm having a really hard time trusting Willow because I've seen how irresponsible she is for years. However, Buffy has not. She's been a little blind to it. And as we were saying in the top of the podcast, she's doing what you think a good friend would do and is defending her friend and being there for her, even though she did something really, really, really shitty to her sister. And my question is, for the next few episodes, did Buffy lose trust in Willow, or is it actually forgiven? Because she let Willow back into the house, so she's not done. She's not done. She is not kicked out of the group. I think that will be Willow's rock bottom. I think when she is finally kicked out of the Scoobies from Buffy and from Anya and Xander and whomever, I think that is going to be Willow's rock bottom, when she is absolutely isolated and alone. And until then, I think it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And I think you're right. I think that with Rat Amy kind of being a source of, she's enabling the behavior, I think it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. And I mean, we do see, like, that's what gives Buffy the heads up that, like, something is going on, is when she gets home and no one else is there but Rat Amy, who's stealing things. Like, it's very, again, very, like, heavy-handed with the, like, drug addiction stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I do. The thing is like, not only does Dawn get mentally fucked up from this entire ordeal, she gets scratched in the face and she breaks her fucking arm. Like, she full on has a fractured arm. And Buffy, this is another reason why I really didn't care for Buffy making the, like, for, again, it being so heavy-handed with Buffy equating Willow's addiction to magic, or her need to do magic and making mistakes with it, with herself and Spike, because it feels like it's muddying the waters for me. And I wish Buffy could just focus in and be like, okay, I need to focus on the fact that Willow's not doing okay. And not only is that bad for Willow, but it's unsafe for my sister as well, because Willow thus far has been helping me take care of Dawn, and I can't, not only can I not rely on Willow right now, but it's actively dangerous for Dawn to be around Willow right now. And so that's another reason why I really didn't like Buffy saying the line of like, it's good to give it up no matter how good it feels. Like, again, it's like so heavy-handed. Yeah, I just didn't really I didn't really like it. I just didn't think, I don't know. I just feel like they were trying a little too hard to kind of make these puzzle pieces fit together.
Yeah,
Um
I can see that. I
yeah.
definitely can. I think that is from what we're gathering. Some of the people that have critiques with season 6, this is one of the issues that they have with season 6. However,
Mhm.
I think that there's probably a lot of people that, I don't know, like what she was saying about, like, there is something that happens to you when you are picked on as a child or as a teenager, or picked on or seen as less than or seen as pretty much invisible. Something happens to your psyche. And like, I think that it's interesting when she's like, what would you want to be? Like, I was a loser. I was such a loser. I had like no power in or belief in myself or talent or whatever, which is not true. You know, she was so smart at computers. She was a master hacker by using Google.
Mhm.
Like, she was very intelligent. She did well in school. She was like a TA for Jenny Calendar, and she was only like 7.5 years old. Like, it's not true, but that's how like she was perceived. That's how she
Yeah.
perceived herself. And now she is powerful. Now she can do things. And I think like she is just trying to prove to herself and to the world that she has value. And I sympathize a lot and empathize with that a lot. And I hear what she's saying. It's just that it is, she's just taken the drugs, she's taken the magics, it's going to
Yeah.
get worse, there's just no way.
That's the thing is I like the like idea of someone who is drunk on power, who like had a taste of power and wants more, who literally brought someone back from the fucking dead. And like the ego that would fucking give you, right? Like
Yeah,
that would really inflate your ego. I just don't like how then we jump to it being like a drug addiction. Like it doesn't work for me. It feels like we're going to that well now too many times with the Riley stuff too. Like it just doesn't work for me. And so I think like there's a couple reasons the storyline doesn't necessarily work for me. And it's been built up very nicely. I feel like they've laid the groundwork for it in a really great way. Um I just wish I would have so much rather had the like evil Willow storyline than
well,
this, you
I also
know?
think that there's potential to get there. Like, I think
Mhm.
that once she, like, I see what you're saying, like what's annoying you is like it's the tears that come with it. It's just like the weepiness, the manipulation. I think that once, my prediction is that she's going to do something and she's going to get exiled by the Scoobies, and then
Mm.
instead of trying to redeem herself initially, I think that she's going to become this like evil, even more evil, like I don't care type of character. And maybe you'll like that better where she starts reveling in it. um I
Yeah.
mean, like, I really don't know. Like, I obviously I'm not I have no idea what's happening.
I feel like we're gonna get more so like the rehab storyline of like, oh,
That's
she's trying
going
not to do magic, and Tara comes back to her. Like, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I don't know that they're gonna go full evil villain with Willow. And I think that would be a mistake because we saw how fun Vampire Willow was in
yeah.
like the other universe. So like let Allison Hannigan be a villain, you know? Like, I want that. I think that would be really fun. I think it definitely is like a wrinkle, a complication, especially it's like, how do you come back from that, right? Like, and I think it would be fun because we could get like a Tara versus Willow, like magic off kind of a thing. Like, I think there's a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. I don't know if the show's gonna do it. I just can't with the like again, like the addiction thing just doesn't necessarily work for me. And on top of that, like it's so over the top, and I'm just getting annoyed. I think I'm annoyed with Buffy and her wishy-washiness. I'm annoyed with Willow. Like I want Anya to like get to plan her wedding in fucking peace, and for Giles to come back and fix everything.
So, I mean, like, is it, if we're halfway through the season almost, is it safe to say like you're not like jiving with season 6 kind of?
I like the season. I think there's plenty of time for it to turn around for me.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot to like about it. Like I think the dealing with the depression stuff is interesting to me. I feel like it's a very interesting
Mhm.
way to go on a 6th season. It's like an interesting kind of foil for Buffy to be dealing with like internal shit. I think like the Giles stuff didn't necessarily land for me very well. The Willow stuff, I just hate her now. Like it's like that's just what it is. And yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. The Spike stuff is interesting. I think this Buffy stuff could work for me. I think there's time. I think there's time for it to work for me if Buffy stops being so fucking wishy-washy.
Yeah.
But time will tell because Girly Pop kind of loves to be
Yeah.
wishy-washy.
I think that I feel like I'm complaining a lot about the season, but I also feel like I'm enjoying it. Like
Mhm.
I think that I'm enjoying the mess. And I don't know if it's supposed to be so messy, but
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the season, like, but also I'm like complaining a lot. So I'm just like, okay, am I happy? Like, I don't know.
I think it's more critiquing than complaining. Like I feel
Mm.
like because we know the potential, like we know the good stuff. And the thing is I would argue like we had a really incredible run of episodes. You know what I mean? Like Once More with Feeling, Tabula Rasa, like I feel like we really like hit a nice stride of episodes.
Sure.
So we'll see kind of where we go
It's just like
from
weird
here.
writing at times, like weird choices. Like they made a weird choice with the Giles situation that we didn't really like. They made a weird choice with the writing about like how Willow is hitting rock bottom. Like, is it
Mhm.
just like sloppy plots?
Could be. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say. Like we're almost at the halfway mark. Next episode makes halfway, which
Oh,
also
gotta
means it
work
will
on
be
the
character ranking
rankings.
time. So
Yeah.
sorry, Willow, but for you, like it's
Yeah,
not gonna be good, girl. It's not
yeah.
gonna be good.
Grandpa
Um,
Xander with
Grandpa Xander is rising,
his
baby.
rising.
He is a rising star.
Mhm.
Let's do a little bit of a Cordy's corner here on Dad. Turns out we both had semi-accurate predictions of I said maybe it'll be an Irish name. You, I feel like, had like the biblical nature of Gabriel. Connor, though. The fuck, Angel? What
What
are we doing?
do you remember what Irish name that you guessed?
No.
Yeah. Well, my main complaint, well, I'm such a complainer. My thing is that like all I wanted to know was what the baby's name was, and then in true Angel fashion, the show, these bitches made me wait until the last
Yeah.
couple minutes, and that was painful for me.
It was
And
fucking rude. It was downright rude.
all I was even confused, like, oh no, like, did I miss it? No. Yeah, I am actually not hating the Connor thing because I do think that it makes sense that he goes with an Irish name. Connor's an Irish name, and
Sure.
I I forget his real name. His Angel's real name is Liam. Is that true?
Liam, we don't know his last name.
Okay.
They said that to the doctor that it was Angel. His name is Geraldo
Geraldo Angel.
Angel.
I think like if I remembered that his real name was Liam, I think I would have um guessed more. I think like your instincts were really good guessing an Irish name. I wish you remembered what that name was, but I know you guessed an Irish
I
name.
don't know if I full on guessed an Irish name. I think I said at one point, like, maybe it'll be Irish, but I don't know that I even guessed an Irish name.
Yeah. So I think Connor makes a lot of sense. I think it's of the age. I think that
Yeah.
there was a lot of Connors back then. I even know a couple of Connors that like my friends named their kid Connor. So it continues to be not the most popular name. Funnily enough, Liam is either the number 1 popular name or the number 2 popular name, with one of my best friends just naming her son Liam. So
Oh, there you go.
so that's a heavily popular name right now for boys. So I don't think I was very surprised by Connor. I was just like, okay, sure, like why not? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but like, who's waiting 9 months and then you have your child and it's Connor? Like, how does anybody really get there?
Yeah. It just felt like so, like, oh. Like, it was like a letdown. I was like,
I
oh.
know.
Especially because, like you said, we waited all fucking episode for it. And,
Yeah.
like, basically what happens this episode is that a bunch of people want to kill a baby. And
Yeah.
Angel has to take care of the baby and doesn't want anyone else to touch the baby
That was
because
so
he...
annoying.
I mean, listen, I'm not a parent. I don't know that I can judge. I'm sure if it ever happens, I will be the most anxious mess that has ever anxious messed. But I mean, I don't know about you, Sarah, but the whole time when he was like struggling to feed the baby, I'm like, try giving him blood. See what happens. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Human. But yeah, he did not, he was drinking milk, right? He got milk.
Yeah, and but I think it was like to soothe the baby, he did vamp face, which was very
Stupid.
funny.
It was so
stupid.
dumb. Yeah, it was ridiculous. She was like, he was like, I tried everything, and he keeps crying, and then the last thing that he tried was putting vamp face on, and then baby Connor is like, wow, daddy. And not even like a daddy sort of way, just in like, that is my father. I am soothed now by the vampires. When he's never seen a fucking vampire in his life because he's a day old. A day old. A day old. I think I just malfunctioned. Buffy bot is like infiltrating me. So like, but yeah, it was so silly. And yeah, everybody wants to kill the baby. We still have like 900 different people in the mix. We still have Wolf and Heart. We still have Angel's old ops. We still have some random guy that's kind of with Angel's old ops that winds up dead in this episode. Like, there's so many different parts. It's so hard to keep track of. And it's all so ridiculous. And then on top of that, he won't even let like Cordelia hold the baby, which is just like, okay, like, yeah, you don't want strangers to hold the baby, but like Cordelia is like your most trusted person. You won't let her hold the baby.
But I guess it all ends up fine because that's the whole trickery, is that it's like, oh, we're gonna make you think that Angel is a dumbass bitch who just carries a baby out, doesn't put it in a car seat, gets in the car and just drives the fuck away with like a ton of people chasing him. In reality, he had left the baby with the rest of the crew to go get his like newborn appointment, I guess. Whatever it is.
Yeah, he has to get his shots.
He needs to get his shots.
Social security number, like, but like the hospital is not going to question, like,
listen,
anything.
I don't fucking know, man. Like, I feel like we have reached such a weird fucking place with this show. Like, I said this to a couple of our friends that it feels almost like we're pulling in Cousin Oliver. We're pulling in like Scrappy Doo. We're adding a member to the group. We're having the woman who's in her 40s have a baby. Like, why are we bringing a baby on to Angel. Like, why does Angel have a baby?
Well, yeah, I think that's a good point. Like, where do we go from here? Is the baby just going to be around all the time? That seems a little bit strange. Like,
That's what I'm saying. The fuck? Like, what are we doing with the baby?
like in a couple of episodes, is he going to decide that like he's going to give the baby up for adoption? Like, the whole thing is like extremely like I don't see the end game here, but I don't know. It seems like very peculiar. It seems like a season 7 sort of move, not a season 3 sort of move. But here we are.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like now we have a baby. Like, what are we doing though? Like, now we're gonna have to watch them care for a bit. And like, it's people aren't just gonna stop wanting to kill the baby. Like, everyone's still gonna be trying to kill the baby. Like, so now we're just carrying a baby around. I just don't know what this show is doing. Like, what are we doing?
I know. It really seems like it was the last post-it on the wall.
And what if we gave Angel a baby? Wouldn't that be funny? What if he named it Connor?
Yeah. Maybe they like saw the success of 3 Men and a Baby, and they were like,
it felt like that.
Like, let's do this for Angel. I'm curious about where it goes, but if where it goes at the end of this is that he's like, I can't be the best father I can be. He deserves a better home, and he like gives the baby away to some like sad little lesbian couple because they can't have kids. And we know that he is like such a stranger, not a savior complex with women. And if there's 2 women that are sad and need something, then he's probably like, oh, let me help them. They're double women for me to help save. Here's my baby. Please take care of the baby. You know what I mean? Like, is that where we're heading? And if so, then why? What's the whole point of it? It just is stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
Baby like Renesmee, and will he grow rapidly, and then we'll have like a little kid next season?
I would fucking hate that. That is the show jumping the shark. I'm fucking out if that happens. If they Renesmee this kid and the kid grows into a child at a rapid speed, I'm not gonna be happy, and I'm fucking done. You heard it here first, folks.
Then we can finally stop watching it.
Yes, if that happens, we definitely can stop watching. Absolutely.
Oh, but this is the best show ever. Sometimes it's better than Buffy even, and actually the character development is incredible in this show.
There have been some times I've enjoyed it, but like it's never been better than Buffy. I'm telling you that much right now for free. Moody Broody Angel could never. All right, let's mention what next week's episode titles are. So we have season 6, episode 11 of Buffy, Gone.
That's me. I'm gone.
We're gone. That's probably Willow related. And then I have fucking fantastic news for you, Sarah.
Connor gets put up for adoption. Is that the episode title?
No. Season 3, episode 11, Birthday.
Oh.
This has a lot to live up to because we fucking love a birthday episode.
We do.
Famously, I've Got the Blues, Dawson Leary.
It's not gonna. Why are you setting us up for that? It's not gonna be as good as that.
Of course, it's not gonna be as good, but listen.
So wait, you're telling me we were supposed to record an episode of this podcast called Birthday on my actual birthday, but
now we're not. Yeah,
because my birthday is on Monday. We typically record on Mondays, but we moved it because
it was your birthday.
Because it was my birthday, but I could have been talking about birthday on my birthday.
That's kind of weird and wild. Yeah,
my birthday is gonna be so depressing this year. I think I'm gonna literally gone myself.
Sorry.
I'm like, it's gonna be so. I can't have cake. I can't have the Thai food that I wanted. I can't have shit.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it all sucks. Everything sucks. fine.
At least you get to watch an Angel episode about
At least
birthdays.
I get to
If
watch
this is Connor's first birthday and he's already like rapidly I swear to God, I will stop watching this show. You have no fucking idea how serious I am, people.
Okay, but then don't you feel any like satisfaction about how stupid Stephanie Meyer is for completely copying? We already knew that she copied everything.
Yeah.
And for her to double down and then be like, I will continue to copy Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that would just tickle me so much because she's already like such a weirdo. Like,
yeah. I don't know. People listen, I'm on a razor's edge right now, okay? If we get fucking Renesmade and everyone has been like, Angel is the very best, I swear to God, okay? I can't handle it. I can only handle so fucking much.
We're gonna reach out to our friend in the PSR Discord, Mars Bar, and be like, yo, this is the show that you want us to watch?
This is your king? This is your king? No.
This is
it's
the
fine.
show that you said
Whatever.
trust the process with? Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, that'll be next week for you all. A couple days for us because we are pre-recording. Woo woo. Anything else, Sarah? Anything you want to tell the people? We've rambled a lot, I think, this episode. Maybe not. Maybe only a little bit.
I have nothing to say ever.
Okay, great. Me neither. Let's get out of here. We'll be back next week. Until then, everyone, here endeth the lesson.
Just ask. Shit 90 shows taught me.
Shit 90 Shows Taught Me was not filmed before a live studio audience.